welcome back to Orphans. It's been a few days since I played this, so I don't quite remember where we are. But I think it's safe to say our friends are in mortal peril. And let's get into it. So Sandy, when we left off, said, wait a minute, there was something about a bloodline in Fonz's cloud? Oh, sorry. This was me saying that. Well, something about a bloodline in Fonz's cloud. I'll get right back to you. So did we see something? Family tree? Did we already listen to this one?
It now became clear Amelia was the suitable host Father John and his followers had been looking for all these years. Through Sister Brown's exorcism, the demon was banished and Amelia died. As a result, all efforts of the bearers of light were destroyed in an instant. However, Father John came to the realization that Belial, the one without light, must have chosen Amelia for a reason. The Brotherhood apparently searched for possible descendants of Amelia and eventually found them. I learned the following from a source that I can't reveal. After the tragic death of Amelia's parents, Amelia was placed in the care of the orphanage. Her older sister, Eleanor, however, disappeared without a trace, and her whereabouts remained unknown for decades. Later, it turned out that she had lived on the streets for several years and managed to survive through prostitution, among other things. One day, she was raped, got pregnant, and gave birth to a child. Unable to care for her child, she left the infant at the door of a wealthy home. The couple who lived there, unable to have children themselves, took the child and raised it as their own. Eleanor was hanged sometime later after she had killed one of her suitors, who turned out to be an influential church representative. And so, for a long time, every trace of possible descendants in Amelia's bloodline was lost. Only decades later, with the help of modern forensics and the possibility of DNA analysis, did the Brotherhood succeed in tracing Eleanor's bloodline. Eleanor Giesler, child grew up without knowing that she was a foundling under the name Sophia Morgenstern. She married a businessman named Joshua Friedman, and the couple had a son named Raphael. Raphael Friedman's granddaughter, Susan Ehrlich, gave birth to Amelia's last descendants. They carry her husband's family name, Mika and Nicholas Liebknecht.
I don't think we listened to this last time. So, Nicholas and Mika are, it seems, the descendants of Amelia, or specifically of Amelia's sister. This is crazy, Sandy, but it's starting to finally make sense. Mika and Nicholas are, in fact, descendants of Amelia. They're what? Oh, MG. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to what you sent me. Indigo, was Wolf able to help you? For the moment, at least we can talk without any interruptions. He installed a firewall that will keep the hacker busy for a while. He's on it. Tell me, how well do you know Wolf? He's on it. How well do you know Wolf? That's a long story. Like I said before, he and my dad worked together on another case some time ago. It was about a group of students who were terrorized by ghostly apparitions. So this isn't the first time Wolf dealt with something like this? A hacker and a ghost hunter, strange combination. Not long ago, I would have laughed if someone mentioned ghostly apparitions. This isn't the first time Wolf dealt with something like this? No, it's not. My dad always thought highly of him. I thought he was a nerd. You know, someone that's obsessed with technology. But I was so wrong about Wolf. So no pimply teenager with an addiction to energy drinks. Can't wait to find out more. That's the way it is with prejudices. Can't wait to find out more. Norma, by the way, helped make the contact. It's funny when I think about it now. My dad used to hate Norma. She'd written a book that portrayed my dad as quite the imposter. Because of this case, they were forced to work together, and at some point she moved in with my dad. As for Wolf, he's been over for dinner a couple times. He's a really nice guy. Once he starts talking about algorithms, data encryption, and whatnot, it gets pretty confusing. But you can also talk about fun stuff with him. You can count on him. When Wolf says he'll help, he goes out of his way. I may have mentioned in this that all the things that she's referencing are from The Sign, which I didn't know the first time I played this. But I've started playing through that. I've put that on pause for a while because I don't like it as much as the other ones. I know people really love that game, but it's much more grating to me than Orphans and The Healing. But I'll finish it. But I have gotten at least to the point where Norma and Henry, she's not kidding that they hated each other. They really hate each other. And Wolf might not be a stereotype of a hacker, but he's not the Wolf we know and love now, or that we're about to get to know and love. But anyway, okay. That's the impression I got too. He was able to stop the hacker for now. He already made sure no one's watching us at the moment. Then I'll trust him too. He thinks we should be safe for now. I'll trust him too. He thinks we should be safe for now. Carla DM'd me before. She was panicking. Said if you got hacked, she would have to go into hiding. If the Brotherhood knew she's working with us, she'd be screwed. Wait a sec. I'll let her know real quick the chat is secure again. I hope I can calm her down. Fuck. That would mean Nicholas could also be the right host. I'm afraid it's possible, even if he ended up there by accident. Did you notice anything different about him? Yes, I'm afraid it's possible. They seem perfectly normal to me. They're just completely exhausted. But so am I. It's not surprising, really. Apart from that, I haven't noticed anything unusual. Maybe I'm right about my guess. Maybe Belial can't enter this cabin. Like with demons and holy water. It's nothing more than a guess. I doubt it. That would mean you're safe there. I don't think it's true, but it would mean you're safe there. Sounds too good to be true. After everything that has happened. But we don't know for sure. I should definitely keep an eye on them. Yes, we have to assume one of them has been targeted. Still, you should let them know, Sandy. If you notice anything strange, I'll let you know right away. Yes, we have to assume one of them has been targeted. And as soon as you notice one of them changing, you get the hell out of there. Seriously. I know. Maybe the demon wants to deceive us. There were moments when I thought Jarek was himself again. Before he... Anyway, I should let them know. They should know they're apparently intended to be the host for this demon. I'll talk to them. I'll be right back. Sandy? I don't know what I was going to say. Something about Jarek. Oh, just that when Jarek was himself, though, he was like, what is happening to me? I blacked out. Like, he was himself, but he wasn't himself. He wasn't just like, hey, let's go back to normal. He knew that there was, like, missing time, and he knew that something, that he, like, had said stuff to Sandy that he didn't want to say, or that she was reacting to him in fear. Like, so, yeah, there were times where you thought he was back to normal, but, like, not 100%. So, again, if you see any signs that these two, either one of them, are not themselves, you need to figure something out, because this is not a joke, Sandy. It's not a joke. It's not a funny joke. Sorry, Indigo, for going off. I'm sorry. Sorry, Indigo, for going. Okay, bless her heart. Sorry, Indigo, for going offline so suddenly. The possibility that the Brotherhood knows I'm working with you scares me to death. If the day of the Enlightenment is coming, if we don't stop them, what have we got to lose? I can understand you're scared, Carla. Thank you for helping us anyway. I really thought you were going to let us down. Thank you for helping us anyway. I'm more afraid of what will happen should they succeed. You're right, Carla. Carla's like a southern accent, but like an old west or like pre-Civil War era southern. I don't even know. No one speaks with this kind of southern accent anymore, I don't think. Uh, After Jarek's death, only Mika or his brother would qualify. It wasn't Jarek. They were after Mika all along. Oh, we got the picture of a bloodline too. Where did we get this? When did we get this? How did we get this? Why did we have to listen to that whole thing to hear it then? His bloodline that makes him a suitable host, and with Nicholas they've even gained a backup host. Sorry, this is me talking, not Amber. His bloodline makes him a suitable host, and with Nicholas they have even gained a backup host. OMG, so that's the reason. This also explains why Father John researched the family tree, and why so many of the orphans died trying to summon the demon. None of them was suitable, and the poor tormented souls of the children have been bound to this place ever since. They wander restlessly between the world of the living and the dead. They're angry. I fear that only the banishment of Belial will appease them. But if Mika and Nicholas, two suitable hosts, are nearby, then Belial has probably already taken possession of one of them, or it's about to happen. It's strange. Although the demon has most likely located them, there's no evidence that one of them is possessed. Yet. That is indeed bizarre. That is indeed bizarre. Bless her heart. They're in a cabin in the woods, apparently. It used to... Okay. Punctuation matters, Jamie. Indigo. There's a cabin in the woods. Apparently, it used to be a retreat for Sister Brown. Is the cabin maybe a kind of safe place? Even if this was Sister Brown's retreat, why would it stop this monster? A demon despises and avoids holy places like churches and so on. But a cabin in the woods? I don't think so, Indigo. Everything seems to fit together. The preparations in the village, the bloodline. I can't help but wonder. Decades have passed since Sister Brown succeeded in banishing this monster. Why didn't they take them to Belial much earlier? Why did it take so long? True, the death of Mika's parents was years ago. Maybe they've tried before with different orphans. It looks like it was planned well in advance. True, Mika's parents died years ago, but also one of them could have been the host. If I remember correctly, the demon star was often mentioned in connection with the Day of Enlightenment, some astrological event which marks the time of the assumption of power, the day when the one without light opens the gates of hell and ascends his earthly throne. It was about a star in the constellation Perseus, Algor, or was it Amgal? I'm really sorry, I can't remember. Carla, please, it's important you try and remember. Randolph is an expert in this field, like I said earlier. It's been some time since I heard from him. I just hope nothing happened to him. Me too, Carla. Randolph Gruber. Maybe he went back to Grubertopia. I have something to say to Jason. Why do I have something to say to Jason? Jason, we found out something terrible. I guess we asked Jason about... I don't know. I don't really know what this conversation's all about. Or what his voice is like. Damn it! I was hoping the bloodline would have ended with the death of that girl. I know the Brotherhood has long been searching for descendants of this orphan. Now it all makes sense. The ceremony, the sacrifice for the demon. Now there are two suitable hosts. It's only a matter of time until Belial will claim a human vessel. Why so much effort? Why put the whole group in danger? If the Brotherhood's so powerful, they could have just kidnapped Mika or Nicholas, right? It would have been too easy for the Brotherhood to kidnap them. There are two problems with that approach. First, the spirits of the orphans. They remain restless, seeking vengeance for their deaths. No member of the Brotherhood has returned from the premises alive. Second, the host has to enter the place of possession voluntarily. But surely the Brotherhood would never have let that to chance. You mean Mika and the others could not have been taken there against their will, voluntarily? But surely the Brotherhood would never have left that to chance. Not if there's only like one astrological event every so often, like Carla's suggesting. No, I think they actually planned it precisely to make sure that they fall into the trap. Sorry. Notice, Jarek had, by the time this conversation took place, Jarek had changed Sweetheart back to Sandy. Sorry, I was just changing my clothes. What's up? About to go for a run. About to go for a run. I told you about these weird messages, right? Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ, I just woke up. I'm very tired. I told you about these weird messages, right? The orphanage that suddenly appeared on my computer. Have you found out where it's located? I did. It's like 300 miles from here. Oh man. Is that worth a trip? Yeah, I can tell you why. We were offered a huge cooperation. I just got a call from a guy, some bigwig from a major marketing agency. So when I said surely the Brotherhood wouldn't leave this for chance, that triggered Jarek to be like, I know the answer to this, let me tell you. Or like Jarek's echoes or whatever. How did he get your number? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they discovered our channel and want to push us. Push us? I guess, stop it. I guess they want to market us, promote us on social media and so on. And they want to pay us too. What do they want us to do in return? Holding products in front of a camera, stuff like that. Okay, where's the catch? They offered this deal to 2 other channels too. Here's what they have in mind. They want to have unpublished video footage from us within the next week. Whoever submits the best material will get the contract. Don't you think this is kind of odd? First, some information about this orphanage pops up in your computer completely unexpectedly, and then you get this deal offered by some famous marketing agency. Sounds kind of dodgy to me. Why are you and the other guys always so pessimistic? Maybe we're lucky for once. Call it fate, coincidence, whatever you want. Too many coincidences, if you ask me. I don't know, Jarek. I have a weird feeling about this. That's exactly why I haven't told the others about it yet. I bet they'd react the same way you did. Then let's assume that everything is a lucky coincidence. But 2 weeks? That's not much time, Jarek. I mean, I could easily take a few days off. Not sure if the others can, too. Can, though. I talked to them already. We could leave in 3 days. Mika's boss even gave him a week's paid time off. Wait, there's more coincidences? We may never get an opportunity like this again. The orphanage is the perfect location. That's what the guy said as well. He said we had a good chance of getting the contract. What's the name of the company? I can't think of the name right now, but he's going to send me another email in the next couple days with more details. So what do you say? Although this sounds really strange to me, I'll do it for you. You're the best. I know. I'll write in the group chat in a minute. But we'll keep it to ourselves for now, right? I'm not feeling up for more scrutiny. Besides, how do you think Mika and the rest are going to react when we get the contract and surprise them with it? Can't wait to find out. TTYL, I'll go for a run now. Enjoy. Don't overdo it, sweetie. Alright, 10 stars. And I will see you. We're back. Apparently I did it. I forget that when it says collect 10 stars, it means a total of 10, including the ones I counted before. All right, let's hear Diary 14.
Further documentation shows that the bloodline is only one of several prerequisites for the awakening of Belial. The so-called Day of Enlightenment, the day the one without light emerges from the shadows and ascends his throne, is connected with an astronomical event that can only be observed every 84 years. In the constellation of Perseus, there is a so-called demon star, Algol. It is a constellation of 3 stars orbiting each other. While 2 of the stars orbit each other in a period of about 3 days, and the brighter, bigger star seen from Earth is covered by the smaller one for about 10 hours, the 3 stars are only on one axis every 84 years. This phenomenon, also called the axis of evil, represents the period in which Belial can be freed. In other words, every 84 years, the Brotherhood has about 3 days to offer the demon a host. During the 10 hours that Algol lies in the shadow of its smaller twin, the demon must take possession of this host in order to manifest its earthly existence. After the 10 hours have passed, once Algol emerges from the shadow, the demon must be summoned in a ritual to begin its reign. It has been 84 years since the demon took possession of Amelia, but Sister Brown succeeded in banishing this creature. This would mean that time has come for the Bearers of Light to try to break the seal in order to summon the demon. And if the Liebniks are indeed descendants of Amelia, they have already found a suitable host. So far, I have assumed that only the death of the host can prevent the demon's power from being unleashed. However, I now believe I have found another possibility.
All right, so we've learned about the event that Carla was referring to, which happens once every 84 years. I forgot we had this note section that we can look to see what's happened, but we have a ton of stuff that's happened in here, so. Okay. We were right. Jarek and the others were deliberately directed to the orphanage at a specific time. And your dad seems to know why, Amber. Maybe he also knows how we can stop this demon. He said he did. He said there might be another way. Please listen to this. I can't believe this, Mika said to us just now. Nicholas and I are descendants of Amelia, and that's why our parents had to. Yeah, Mika's gotten a lot of information in a very short amount of time, as has Nicholas. But we're getting Mika's reaction to all of it. Damn it, they really planned everything down to the last detail, and they had to lure you near the place where Belial was banished. Mika, you are the host of the Brotherhood has been looking for decades. They really planned everything down to the last detail. So these bastards wanted me. They couldn't possibly know that Nicholas would be on his way. You sure about that? Yeah, they seem to be targeting you primarily. It doesn't matter. Mika, you're there now. I don't know Mika. Because they did let Nicholas eventually join the group chat. OMG. Everything that happened. Tammy, Leon, Jarek. Why? If it was just about me, why? I don't quite get it either, but you had to enter that place voluntarily. You would never have gone there alone. They needed the others to take you there. These animals were willing to accept the death of all of you, to give Belial a host. I don't quite get it either, but you had to enter that place voluntarily. So, Everyone had to suffer, die even, just to lure me to this freaking place. I think I'm gonna be sick. I get it. I'm with you. Now Nicholas is in danger too. Indigo. What if Sandy was right and I really am possessed? What if this monster already has a hold on me and I just don't realize it? Or my brother? Then all of us are in danger. Why is Mika the one targeted? Isn't Nicholas older? Like, why Mika specifically? Maybe he's just the one who is more likely to go there because he's part of a ghost hunting group. I don't know. Maybe keep it together. Maybe Sandy's right and you aren't safe in that cabin. But isn't Sandy's theory that they are safe in the cabin? You feel any different? Notice anything about you or Nicholas? I'm choosing that one. No, but that doesn't mean anything. Sandy was also sure that Jarek was back to normal. I guess she was at the beginning. I guess there was a time where she went and he did seem normal. I guess when he was like, and the radio isn't even working. And I was like, Jarek, don't you remember the radio? You were hearing voices. I could be infected with this parasite too. I'm scared. Terrified, if I'm being honest. We'll find a way to help you. Please don't give up. We will stop this madness. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, tell us right away. Who's us? I guess the group chat, all of us? Please don't give up. We'll stop this madness. We got some irons in the fire. Indigo. If evil is inside of me, I know what he's going to say. Please promise me you'll do everything to protect Sandy and Nicholas. If I start acting strangely, they'll have to get to safety. And if necessary, they have to... Don't even think about it, Mika. I promise. You mean they have to kill you? I promise. I'm going to protect your brother and Sandy. I'm going to do what I can. Thank you. I wish I knew what we could do to end this. And I'm going to protect you from Nicholas too, by the way, if it is Nicholas. And Sandy. I have to go back inside, check on Nicholas. Please don't let us die here. Unless the evil is inside of me, and then do what you have to do. To me. Wolf, I'm back. Hi, Wolf. Hi, you're back. Where were you again? Raccoon fingers. That took longer than I thought. Whoever hacked your system, they know what they're doing. Wolf, please, you have to stop them. I'm sure you can stop them, right? Yes, I know. I'm sure you can stop them, right? Wolf likes having his ego boosted, so we're going to do that. I love a challenge, but this is a whole different level. So far, the attacker has only managed to access some of your chat histories. Here's the good news. Your chat histories are now secured. I was able to clean up the infected file and protect it from being modified again. That's why there was a short interruption earlier. By the way, this occurs with every remote access on your device. Seems to be a system issue on your phone, which is actually to our benefit. Just a sec. I'm using this voice for too many... Ooh, what you doing? What are you doing? If you see this on your screen, you should be careful. I'm going to have to start giving some people voices because otherwise it's going to be just like non-stop conversations where everyone has my voice. Okay, got it. The interruption was meant to warn me. How do I know it's not you causing the disturbance? What should I do in that case? How do I know when it's not you? You won't be able to tell, sorry. I will, of course, try to give you a heads up. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to do that, though. Also, the attacker can only track your conversations in real time. In other words, the attacker can... I guess I'm going with British again. The attacker can only read the text from the moment of access, and only what can be seen on your screen. You could use that to your advantage. To our advantage? I don't get it. You're trying to say... to our advantage. He's like, are you this dumb? You see, the attacker doesn't know that you're aware of the spying. You could simply change the subject and confuse them. Lay a false trail, provide false information. You should definitely inform your friends. Maybe agree on a safe word. I don't know why he has a tongue roll. Good idea. Safe word. Can you give me an example? Like pineapple, maybe? Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple? It could be anything. Like a sudden migraine, or someone could be at the front door. Something that makes you aware you have to be careful. You get what I'm saying? Got it. Maybe a sentence to warn the others, like, got it. Got it. Or you just change the subject without it being too obvious. Let me sum it up real quick. If your display changes, you have to assume that someone is reading along. Then you have the following options. First of all, warn your chat partners, for example with a safe word, or change the subject immediately and confuse the opponent, or end the conversation and leave the chat. Okay, Wolf. Gray screen potential attack, check. Can't you protect my phone from access in general? We already know he's working on that, so just give him some time. Gray screen potential attack, check. And don't worry. If the attacker accesses your phone again, I will notice. Again, I don't know what accent to give him. And interrupt the connection ASAP. I'm going to go back to work and try to put this hacker on standby. Talk later. My accent just changed. I agree with Indigo. The deal mentioned in the chat history was a pretext. Sandy was right from the start, and they were naive enough to fall for it. I don't think anyone would have turned down an offer like that. Sandy was right. Yes, she should have listened to her gut. But there was no stopping Jarek. I agree with you, but we can't turn back time. Let me sum it up again. It's been 84 years since Sister Brown has banished the demon. Now the stars once again form the axis of evil, even though Henry kept pronouncing it access and not axis, which is kind of confusing. But anyway, in the constellation of Perseus, this made the Brotherhood come to the place of banishment to provide Belial with a new host. What we don't know is, how much time do we have left? How much time do we have left? Sorry, Carla, your accent is a little bit addictive. Not addictive, contagious. Words, they're difficult today. Exactly. It's just 3 days in which Belial must take possession of the true host. And within 10 hours, when the stars eclipse each other, the demon claims its sacrifice. The clock is ticking and the Brotherhood's already preparing the ritual. It could be days or just a few hours that we have left to stop Belial. We need to figure out how much time we have left. It shouldn't be a problem to get this information. I'll take care of it. And we need to figure out how to stop this demon. What if we manage to stop the ritual? What if Belial can't find a host as long as the constellation exists? What if we find a way to banish Belial again? We don't know how. Sister Brown took her knowledge to the grave. Amber's father seems to be the only one who might have a clue on how to stop it, but he was kidnapped and may no longer be alive. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Amber. We have to consider this possibility. Even if we knew how to banish the demon, we'd have to know who the host is. So far, we only know it might have been Mika or Nicholas. So we exercise them both. But we have no idea if either of them was really chosen. Oh no. I wonder what happened to Carrot. So there's a possibility they've been spared for some reason unknown to us? Sorry, that was me again. Jesus Christ. I'll warn you next time, I promise. Keep practicing how to change the subject. I'm a hacker, so my accent changes all the time. It's how I get into places I'm not supposed to be. What the heck are you talking about? I'm sorry, I thought we were being spied on. Sorry, I had to change the subject. What? Wait, I can explain. I'm sorry, I thought we were being spied on. Here's my conversation with Wolf. Now I get it. So you notice when they read along. Yes, through a disturbance in my screen. I notice if there's external access, but it could also be Wolf. That's right. That's when we have to change the subject. I notice if there's an external access, but it could also be Wolf. Are we safe? Are we safe again now? Since Indigo just sent us a screenshot, it can be assumed, Carla. Please excuse me, I've become a little paranoid. It's all good. I think Wolf's idea is good. We should come up with a word or sentence. As soon as Indigo mentions it, we know we're being spied on. Pineapple. But it should be something that's not too obvious. That's right. We don't want them to know we know. Any suggestions? Pineapple. Sorry, I have to look for my phone charger. Hang on, I need to take my dog for a walk. Crap, water pipe burst in the apartment above mine. Hang on, I need to take my dog for a walk. I mean, I would rather just be like, hang on, I need to let my dog out. But, whatever. No problem, we can wait. That was just an example, Carla. What did we just talk about? Hello? That was just an example, Carla. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think that could work, Indigo. I'm afraid if you mention it several times, though, it'll be too obvious. Well, you don't know my dog. Should we agree on several sentences? As soon as Indigo mentions one of them, that's our warning. Let's not waste any more time. I suggest, as soon as Indigo notices that she's being hacked, she writes a sentence that catches our attention. I think we'll be able to tell when something's wrong. I agree, sounds good. Right, that's how we're going to do it. My food's getting cold, let's talk later. I want to know what happens when I choose that one. I have to pick up my nephew from soccer practice in 15. Oh no, I left the iron on. Congrats, you passed the test. We're a good team. The plan is working. We're a good team. I'm gonna find out how much time we have left to prevent hell from breaking loose. Alright, Carla, thank you. Indigo, Indigo, you there? It's my Samuel voice. It's been a while. Okay, so this is the first time, it seems like this is the first time we've heard from Samuel since he got caught. Because I think we know that Jason, put Samuel's phone in his pocket when he was, capturing him along with the other guards. I'm also, just trying to give myself a break so I can get into the Samuel voice. But I wasn't quite sure where we were with the Samuel and Ina thing either, since it has been a while since I played. But now that we're all caught back up, Indigo, you there? Samuel, how are you? You've been busted, Samuel. Thank goodness you're conscious. Samuel, how are you? What the fuck happened? I went outside. Wanted to tip out the spiked drink. Then I must have blacked out. And woke up here in this freaking room. My head hurts. What about Jason? I don't know, he suddenly went offline. He'll get you out of there. He texted me, they knocked you out and took you away. That explains my headache. At least he kept his word and made sure I had my cell phone. Jason said you're in a cell underneath the community hall. What about Ina? Tell me what you can see. What about Ina? This whole thing was done so that you could end up where Ina is, so... She's still completely out of it. For fuck's sake, what did they put in her drink? She's got her eyes open, but she's non-responsive. very creepy. Because she's, like, not even blinking. Those bastards. They drugged her and dragged her here. I will kill anyone who's trying to hurt her. You gotta wake her up. Those drugs must wear off at some point. Damn it, you can't escape in the state she's in. Damn it, you can't escape in the state she's in. I know. But even if she was fit, the door is made of steel and it's locked. The window in the cell next door is barred. No chance to get out of here without help. I feel like an animal in a cage. No, you're a person in a cage. I think I'm in a cellar or something like that. What the fuck do they want from us? They want to sacrifice you to Belial. They're trying to summon that demon. It's a ritual, a sacrifice. I have to tell you something. It's a ritual, a sacrifice. We have to get you out of there. A sacrifice? Yeah, no, this is urgent, Samuel. Like, when I told you this was urgent, and you guys didn't believe me, yeah, no. I mean, I don't know that any of this could have been avoided, but...
I'll, go outside for a minute. I just hope they won't notice. I don't know how to describe it. I just have this really bad feeling. There's something going on with both of them. If what you're saying is true, then...
Sandy, who are you talking to?
Who was that? Sacrifice, what the hell? Fuck. I heard something. I think someone's coming. Gotta go. If they find my phone, I'm done. Yeah, it's probably true. Alright, let's see what Sandy's up to. Oh, I guess we're going to Amber. You won't believe it. Gruber just texted me. Where's he been? Why couldn't we reach him? Finally, is he okay? Why couldn't we reach him? He didn't say. He said we had to meet, that it was about my dad. He said it was very important and that he might know where my dad is being held. But he didn't want to tell me over the phone in case someone is listening. Why didn't he write in our group? Do you think it's a bit odd? Where does he want to meet? Why didn't he write in our group? I have no idea. Like I said, he didn't want to tell me too much over the phone. Oh, hang on. Gruber just shared his location with me. He's not far away. He wants to give me more details in a minute. I'm skeptical, Amber. Sounds like a trap to me. Why is he so secretive? You shouldn't go by yourself, Amber. I'm skeptical. It sounds like a trap. What do you want me to do, Indigo? What if they really did find something out? We have not made one step forward in our search for my dad. And we're running out of time. I mean, we do need her dad. He's the one who knows how to do this without killing Mika or Nicholas. They're going to kill him, Indigo. And he's probably the only one who can stop this madness, right? I have to find him. Amber, please don't go. Stay where you are. Okay, but please be careful. Amber, I'm telling you, something is wrong. Okay, but be careful and bring someone with you. Do you have, like, a friend that you can go with or something? I will, promise. I'll be in touch as soon as I have news. Indigo. Indigo. I took a look at your chat history. This brotherhood. You seem to be up against a serious opponent. Hasn't Amber told you about it yet? An opponent from hell, and we only have a little time left to stop them. Amber hasn't told you about it yet? I guess she was just, like, in a hurry. We only just found most of the stuff out. There was no time for that. She said the situation was extremely perilous. I've experienced similar stuff before, and there's always been a way out. We just have to find him. I already have an idea. Never mind. Dr. Crow was a sufficiently powerful opponent. I don't know what's going to happen in the sign, but I know that Dr. Crow has resources and a network, so Wolf is not lying when he says that. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm also playing through the healing, and I just realized we haven't necessarily gotten to any evidence of that quite yet, so, okay. I already have an idea. I'll try to gain access to the servers and databases. Maybe that will help us. I'm sorry, I've lived in England and all over Europe and in Asia. I've lived everywhere, really, so my accent has a little bit of everything. How are you going to do that? Do you realize the danger you're putting yourself in? Are all hackers like this? The world is falling apart and you remain perfectly cool? Choosing that because I'm choosing premium. It's probably because I've been through some weird and terrifying stuff before. A creepy serial killer who believed they were acting on God's behalf. A healer who spreads death and madness and conviction to heal people from the plague. Lost souls in the in-between. I've experienced things that will haunt my dreams forever. Amber mentioned something like that. That's what I'm facing as you. Sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. You have seen things that are very scary. All good. I'm sorry if I come across cold because of the experiences I've had, but I promise you, I will do everything to free Henry from the clutches of those fanatics and help your friends. By the way, do you think we can trust Gruber? It would be extremely helpful if he actually has information on Henry's whereabouts. But there's something I don't like about this. This meeting place he arranged with Amber. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. I feel the same way, but it's the only lead we have. You're right, it looks like a trap. You know about this. I feel the same way, but it's the only lead we have. Also, how do you know about this? Because I thought I was supposed to be able to see when you're reading along. Anyway, you won't be able to stop her from going there. We can only hope that nothing happens to her and that Gruber really knows something. You must be wondering why you didn't notice I was reading along. I did. I am wondering that. Yes, thank you, Wolf. I found a way to stop the glitches when I access your phone. So if you get a glitch, I'm not responsible for it. So from now on, can I be sure it's the hacker when the glitches occur? That's what you just said. Am I really this, dense? So, did you just say the thing that you just said? Good to know, Wolf. True, there's no way Amber can be stopped. Good to know, Wolf. Thank you. So, from now on, that's what you just said. Again. You can see whether... I'm so blown away that I can't even access whatever accent it was I was doing last. So from now on, you can see whether you're being spied on or not. I should get back to work, figure out how I can help you guys. I'll let you know if there's news. Okay. Thanks, Wolf. Book! It's Nicholas. He went pale and broke into a sweat. Oh my god, I can't do accents anymore. Too many for this one. Gotta drink some water. Then he threw up. Indigo, it's just like with Tommy. Shoot, so the cabin's not safe after all. Maybe it's just the exhaustion, tension, shit, so you're thinking... Shoot, so if the cabin's not safe after all. But also, it's just like with Tammy, which is different. No, I don't think so. What am I supposed to do now? This monster is inside him, Indigo. I'm back outside. Mika is alone with him. I hope nothing happens to him. Wait, Jarek had none of the symptoms. Maybe it's something else. Panic will get us nowhere. Sandy, you can't leave them alone now. Jarek had none of those symptoms, so maybe it's something else. That would be a pretty big coincidence, don't you think? Anyway, I'm getting water now. Unless somehow being exposed to the demon is making Nicholas sick in some way. Because also, Nicholas having symptoms more equivalent to Tammy and not Jarek would also be a pretty big coincidence. right? Even though he's affected by the same thing that affected Jarek. Sandy, what's taking you so long? Nicholas desperately needs some water. I'm scared, Mika. Can't you see it? That's exactly how it started with Tommy. What are you talking about? I'm just worried. He's exhausted, that's all. You better hurry. Maybe you should get him some water and then stay away from him. Maybe Mika's right, Sandy. Mika, please, if Nicholas really has these symptoms, you have to be careful. Mika, please, if Nicholas really has these symptoms, you have to be careful. No, damn it. Nicholas is okay. He just needs some rest. And some water. Alright, calm down. Why didn't you go get him water then? Mika, be reasonable. You can't just ignore it. If this creature is really inside Nicholas, then it's only a matter of time before it comes for us. Before it will kill us. Mika and water is like a thing. Remember when we told him to hide and he's like, man, I really wish somebody had a glass of water right now. Like, I don't know what this little, like, mini, like, very, very subplot is, but there's a Mika and water subplot that, like, I'm really here for. So what do you think we should do? Do you want to hide again and wait until Nicholas blows his brains out too? It's a shame you left the gun behind. That could have sped things up. How can you be so insensitive? This is, like, insane. This is not the Mika. Like, if this Mika is just, like, this prone to suddenly saying things like, I don't know. Didn't seem like his personality at all. It's my brother, for fuck's sake. I know, and you're my friend, and Jarek's friend. I'm only trying to protect you. I will not listen to this bullshit any longer. Mika, that's enough. Sandy, I'm sure Mika didn't mean any of that. Come on, be reasonable now and stick together. Mika, that's enough. There's no reason for this. I don't care that it worsens. All right, Sandy, what do you suggest? You want to run away again? Worked out great last time, didn't it? No, Mika, I don't want to let Nicholas down. I know I shouldn't have run away. If I had waited in the dining hall, Jarek might still be alive now. We should take care of Nicholas and then lock him up in a room. Even though this may sound bad, for his own safety, maybe we should tie him up. Have you completely lost your mind? You want to tie him up? Is that really necessary? Maybe Sandy's right, just to be on the safe side. Guys, stop fighting. Just stop fighting. Like, I don't think tying him up is necessary, because I don't think it's going to do anything if he's the hell demon or whatever that we think he is, like the devil himself, equivalent to the devil himself. But I don't want him to be tied up. Like, if it turns out that it is Mika who seems to be behaving out of character in extremely reactive ways and angry ways, with an anger that he's never seemed to have before. Remember at the beginning, I thought he felt more like totally cool surfer dude vibes, or like skater dude vibes. Like, now he's all of a sudden just like, this is all your fault, Sandy. And like just really poking her where it is the most painful place to hurt her. So, I mean, I want him to stop fighting, but I also want Mika to know I'm on Sandy's side. Guys, stop fighting. I'm not getting anywhere like this. Sandy's coming with the water, but you could also go get your brother some water yourself. Sandy, do you seriously think I would lock and tie up my brother in his condition? I can't believe you're suggesting this. I'm pretty disappointed. Mika, look at him. Have you gone blind? You know what I'm seeing, Sandy? My brother is exhausted. He's not possessed, and neither am I. He probably got too many kisses from my puppy, and that made him kind of sick. Because whatever is making my puppy kind of sick made him kind of sick. Have you ever considered that you're completely hysterical right now? Wouldn't be the first time. And you all know how I love when the guys in this game call the women hysterical. I'm only trying to protect you. I don't want to lose you too. There's no way I'm going to lock my brother away like an animal. If you can't accept that, then you better get out of here. On that note, I'm going to end this part. See you next time.